Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Happy Doc. I am actually not as excited for this episode, and I'll tell you why in a second. Even though this is The Happy Doc, and I want people to cultivate their happiness. When we were trying to name the podcast, even when I was thinking about the name, to be honest, you're not going to be happy all the time. And so if I were to put up a facade of saying that I'm always happy, that wouldn't be fair. The other word we were looking for was maybe the fulfilled doc, right? Fulfillment is that piece that regardless of your waxing and waning emotions, such as happiness or sadness or anger, fulfillment is that piece inside of you where you still feel full and you are excited and you are on a longer term path towards success, happiness, joy, and all of those things. So today, I am not a happy doc. I am a somewhat sad doc, but I want to talk about that a little bit because I think it's just so important in whatever profession you are in, especially health professionals, that there's going to be times where we're not feeling so good, that we're not on our A game, that we're moving a little bit slower, and we're not able to do things as effectively as we want to, or that we think we should, or that the world thinks that we need to be moving at. So there's a few things to think about when you're not feeling so good. The first thing I would suggest, and that I'm trying to work on right now, actually my sister told me this as well as I was reaching out to her, was move at your own pace. So when you're not feeling so good, when you're not as happy or joyous, your energy is going to be a little bit different. And so it's totally okay that if you're moving at 100 before and you're just not feeling so good, it's cool to move at 80. It's cool to move at 75. It's all right to go at 60 when your energy level is at 60 and not 100. The problem is in the health professional fields and professional fields, the world, the company, the business is going to want you to move at a pace you might not really be able to perform at. So, if that's the case in a business sense, we move on to step number 2. But before I move on to step number 2, I just want to say moving at your own pace includes taking care of yourself, doing the things that you need to do, resting a little bit longer, chilling out a little bit longer, maybe limiting the amount of time that you work as late. If you don't work as late, take some time to, get a massage or just relax or take a hot bath. Do things that you enjoy and recultivate, your inner peace. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is effectively communicating where you are at with other people, because the world, the business, your friend group, those of you around will not know that you are moving a little bit slower, will not know that you are not feeling as excited if you do not authentically communicate that. That doesn't mean that you necessarily go to work and you hang your head down low and you mope around and you look like crap. It's just to let people know that Taylor's not feeling so well today, or Taylor's not as in it today. And that's okay. It just gives people the signal that things need to slow down. For the people that you're close with, you can tell them what's going on. You can tell them what's happening, but just effectively communicating, especially with those, maybe your supervisors, that you're moving a little bit slower. And, for there to be possibly some wiggle room. And hopefully, with most people, if, you're normally pretty effective and you're doing your work and, you're not feeling as in it, they will be okay with that. As part of this talk or this area, I think it's really important to mention that in medical school and in residency, we often feel like we can't take care of ourselves, that we're not able to do the things we want to do. Guys, newsflash, the only person that can really take care of yourself at the end of the day is yourself, because you need to advocate for yourself. So for those people that say they don't, eat enough when they're on the rotation, that they don't sleep enough on the rotation, that they're not able to go to the restroom effectively. These are things that we need to be self-advocating ourselves for. Peeing, pooping, eating, and sleeping, drinking enough water. These are basic human needs and rights, and we need to individually advocate. And of course, if that's not actually happening in your residency program or health professional setting, you have to fight for your basic rights. It is literally a human rights violation not to be able to do your basic needs. So that's a PSA for everyone. You got to fight for those basic needs. You have to communicate it. And if they're not giving it to you, I don't care. Go pee anyways. Do what you have to do because that is not okay. So that's a news flash for that part. So we have started to go at our own pace. We're effectively communicating. The third step, or I won't say necessarily a third step, but just it's part of this discussion, is support. It is absolutely important at these times to reach out for support, to talk to people, to let them know that you're not feeling so good. Hang out with a friend, get the laughs in, go grab some food, go to a restaurant, go do some activities with some other people, reconnect with people that you love. It's okay to be isolated. I'm talking about myself for a second. I have a tendency to implode and isolate when I'm not feeling as excited or as happy. So I have to reverse that by purposefully reaching out to people and letting them know that I'm not feeling so good. Because if I don't do that, then I just end up being isolated and lonely, and that's no fun. So I think those are my main thoughts for you guys and for myself, really, are the 3 steps of feeling a little bit more energetic, gaining back, some of that internal fulfillment, excitement, and happiness, even when you're not feeling so good. I have a couple of extra bonus thoughts to add on to this discussion that I think would be interesting. One, creative expression when you're not feeling so good is also pretty nice. Writing music, writing poetry, doing something creative, art for some people during times when they're not feeling so good is definitely a great way to get out some expression, some thoughts, because it's often difficult to fully express yourself in like a logical way, but maybe in art it comes out a little bit better. And number 2 is, if you can handle yourself even in difficult times, you can still take care of your responsibilities in some fashion, you can still move at some pace. That really shows a lot of internal strength, and it means that you can succeed when you're feeling good. So don't just drop everything, just do it at your own pace. Those are some thoughts for today. I hope you guys have an amazing one, and take care. If you enjoyed that episode for today, please leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. It's one of the best ways to support us, and we'd really appreciate it. And please check out MedFlash Go. MedFlash Go is the first voice-based interactive medical question bank for medical students on Amazon Alexa. So check that out. Have a great day, guys.